Hello, everybody. I'm the Shine Talks. My gender pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I'm back with a new video. This is part 2 of my Boys Planet Thoughts video. In the first part, I talked a lot about the star level test, the K versus G battle, the dual position battle, and the artist battle, and I discussed each team. So go check that out. I discuss a lot of the technical things that we were dealing with in this show, but in this part, I like to focus on a little bit of the screen time and storylines and the voting, the voters, the finale, the remaining 9, Zero Base 1, and other contestants that I enjoyed. So let's jump right in, shall we? Lights on. Or in this case, time to shine. Let's start this off with screen time. Screen time is very important because if you don't know if someone is there, how are you supposed to vote for them? And this has actually happened to a lot of contestants. A lot of contestants early on in the show were quite popular, but Mnet cut that screen time down. A good example of this would be Anthony. Anthony was very popular at the beginning of the show. People were very hyped for him, but Mnet did not show him at all up to the point where he was eliminated in the second elimination. It was kind of like, dang, where'd he go? And there are some people I feel like that are kind of exempt from this or like immune to screen time, I guess. And that would be Hiroto and Lee Jung-yeon. Hiroto barely got screen time and he made it to the semi-finale. Lee Jung-yeon barely got screen time in the beginning, but he was able to make it all the way to the finale. So it really just proves who also has a bigger fan base also. And that screen time is very important. It is very important. And want to know what else is important? A storyline. Now let's talk storyline. Screen time and storyline are kind of hand in hand, but storyline is a bit more important. You can get your screen time, but how is Mnet going to portray you? From what we saw in this show, a majority of trainees got angel edited, they got cutely edited, sexualized, and they got evil edited quite badly. And there's so many trainees that I can name right now, but obviously storyline is very important. And it also depends on when they decide to give you that storyline because the storylines are there to push certain people forward and to get people eliminated, obviously. For an example, Sung Hanbin was given the angel edit, he was given the perfection edit, and he consistently ranked first place, made it to the finale, where he would end up ranking number 2 because he gave first place to his soulmate. So, yes. And then you have somebody like Ma Jing Xiang, who was given the evil edit quite badly. And another thing I like to say about it is that Mnet was very shitty for that because they used whatever was going on in Rush Hour against him. But I like to cover that in another section I have planned. But overall, storylines are extremely important because, yeah, people are going to see you, but how are people going to interpret you? Because there are some people that were heavily loved that ended up becoming hated on. There are some people that did get their screen time, but they wouldn't get that push until a little bit later on. I feel like it really depends on when someone is to get it too. I feel like Mnet did push a few people too late and they were not able to make it into the final lineup, which is quite sad. But overall, wow, Mnet really ruffled feathers this show. All right, in this next section, I'm going to touch on the screen time and storyline thing I mentioned, but this time with contestants as an example. So let's jump right in. This first section is the evil edited. The first person to get evil edited, Christian. I feel bad for him, honestly. Christian had a lot of hype going into the show because he's very popular. He had over 2 million followers on Instagram, and he's done a lot of promotions here and there. He's been on survival shows. Like he's been popular. And Mnet totally messed up his experience on this show. I can't imagine trying to join something new, trying to push yourself further as an artist, and a snake of a company ruins that for you. I am truly heartbroken for him. Something that was supposed to be a new opportunity and a new chance was just turned into an awful memory, because I remember hearing somewhere that, because of this situation, Christian actually broke down and cried because he was receiving a lot of hate, and he felt like he was being made out to be this evil person. I can imagine being in his shoes and knowing who you are as a person, and someone portrays you to be a different way, especially on a massive scale like this. I do wish him the best. He's a great talent. Seems very lovely, and I'm just so sorry for him. I hope he can venture and try new things, and Mnet bites the dust because of it. Okay, let's talk about Ma Jingxiang. He was done dirty. Mnet used his face to promote the show, and then they didn't show it. And then by the time they did, he gets evil edited. Wow. Honestly, I felt bad for Ma Jingxiang because Ma Jingxiang's health was not in the best state during the show. During the signal song test, he unfortunately could not get reevaluated because he got sick and he ended up in 0 stars. And then for Rush Hour, he got sick again, and Mnet used that against him. And that is just very terrible on Mnet's part. Like, I understand Ma Jingxiang was trying his best. I feel like with a lot of these teams, bad things happened. People argued, people fought, but Mnet used that and pushed it too far, because after all, Mnet edits not well, but they can edit. They can make situations seem more worse than they are. They can make a lot of situations seem way too funny than they actually are. And they really use that against Ma Jingxiang. I feel bad for him. It's just like his health wasn't in the best condition, and Mnet exploited that. That is very, very shitty behavior. And I wish him the best. I hope one day he could return back to K pop in a healthier state. And I hope people can, you know, move beyond Mnet's shitty editing and appreciate him for who he is. He is a hard worker, and I wish Mnet would have portrayed him as that. Also, Ma Jingxiang took first place in the visual center thing. And one thing I could say about that, either Mnet didn't air it because he won first place, or there were too many G group contestants that ranked high. But overall, congratulations to him. He deserves to be appreciated for his looks because he's gorgeous. Mnet, do better and actually show us the visual center, because I'm very curious to see how it went. Okay, up next with the evil edits, we have Zhang Shuaibo. Obviously, I know things were not exactly in the best condition with the Feel Special team, but Mnet went a bit too hard to paint him as evil. I feel so bad for him. You could really see his confidence dip in the next round. He became a bit more quieter, and I feel so sad for him. He did not deserve that, and honestly wish him the best. Schreiber was also very, very tall. He towered over the Switch team. I feel really bad for him. I feel like Mnet really took advantage of the fact that a lot of us cannot speak Chinese, so they, edited everything poorly, gave us probably the wrong subtitles, and I think that's very shitty, because I don't think things were bad between the Feel Special team overall. Like, maybe there was little problems here and there where groups doesn't have their problems, but Mnet took it too far, because at the end of the day, they don't hate each other. They care for each other. They're able to joke with each other and have fun, but Mnet really, really just likes to stir up problems for people. I feel really bad for him, but I do wish him the best. Schreibo he's very sweet when you look at him, and he's very sweet. Mnet I cannot believe you tried to destroy that sweetness. You all notice how the most prevalent examples of evil editing we had gotten were from Chinese contestants? Mnet, not only is your xenophobia showing, your xenophobia is going hard. This is outrageous behavior. It is not a coincidence. Mnet did this shit on purpose. I cannot effing believe this. I feel bad for these contestants. Like they are not at fault for the problems with the countries. Like Japan, Korea, China, they all seem to have had their problems with each other. And honestly, I'm not, these innocent trainees are not the problem. They just want to sing. I feel really bad for all three of them. This was supposed to be a good experience, but it ended up becoming something very hard for them. Christian was taking the chance to try something new to boost himself up as an idol of some sorts, and Mnet ruined it. Ma Shang's health was taken advantage of by Mnet, and Mnet authentically really tried to just ruin the image of Shuaibo, and they all deserve better. And that if you're going to continue to do these shows where you want to push for a global group, you're gonna actually have to treat these global people with some respect. If not, you might as well just go back to the complete produce formula and just have the majority of the contestants be Korean in the finale. How about it? Because you're causing me problems. Okay, in this next section, I kind of want to talk about the contestants that were kind of just disrespected. Not even evil edited, just kind of disrespected. They were not taken seriously. And obviously, you know which trainees come to mind. And these are also trainees that, maybe weren't the best, weren't prepared. And it's also quite sad that they did begin to show themselves, but I'm not rather would rather show their fails than their accomplishments. So let's get into them. Up first, we have Dial and Junso. Both of them are contestants that were kind of done dirty. They had less training time and were obviously not ready to be on a survival show. And I feel really bad for them because, as we all know, for Dial, he was very popular for his visuals. And I find that to be very shitty to me for the fact that people only look at his face instead of what he has to offer, which does him dirty because he went from rank 13 to 46. He dropped pretty hard. And honestly, it's a shame too, simply for the fact that it might have really messed up his confidence. And also, in general, I will say he was not the best contestant. Most definitely, there were others that were ready to debut. But I wouldn't say he should have been given so much hate, There are other people out there that genuinely criticized voters for voting for him and were very hesitant on him to begin with. Like I understand, like he just didn't have the proper skills for the survival show. But overall, I'm still glad he got to prove himself with the second mission. And I do hope we get to see him soon. And also for Junsil, he progressed greatly. Even though he didn't do so well in the butterfly performance, I will say his hard work was just amazing to watch. His confidence was really low, and it actually makes me really sad. He's really young, and he was just pushed into this survival show so suddenly. Like both of them did not deserve that. They just needed more training, and I feel like with time and a new company, which I know is coming, they can, flourish as idols. They deserve that chance, and I really hope they get it. Well, all I gotta say is right now, these two work so hard, and I'm actually really thankful I got to see them. They're actually very sweet looking and adorable. All right. The blue and red houses, Mingyu and Doha. I like the both of them. Much like Jinso and Dao, both of them progressed with the show. I do feel like they needed that extra kick in training. And honestly, both of them gave us one of the biggest jokes that the Boys Planet fandom has gotten. I will say, overall, I think they were just done dirty. Like from the star level test, obviously, I feel like there were songs that probably fit them because we all saw how Doa did with the second mission. He was able to, let's just say, that boy needs to debut hopefully next year because he did fantastic. And for Mingyu showed so much capability to just perform. Like he did fantastic during 17's Very Nice. And I am very curious to see like what will come for them in the future. And Mnet really did do them dirty because it's just like Mnet was portraying them to be so bad at what they do. They may not have been the best, but overall they showed some great charm. And I think we can see some great things from them in the future. I hope so. All right, let's talk about contestants that I really liked that were eliminated before the finale. Let's talk about Wumu Titi. I wish he was not eliminated at the second elimination. Just saying. I would have loved for him to have made it as far as maybe the semifinale or even the finale because Wumu T has such great talent. He's a phenomenal performer. He has one of the best coined catchphrases with Wumu TTT, which I really do love. It should have been a bit more popular. Maybe that could have elevated him into making it far in the show. Let's just say I'm just really upset because I felt like we were starting to really see Wumuti like kill it. We were starting to really get that energy from him. Not to say he wasn't giving us that energy early on, but he was really starting to get that like good confidence while performing, but then it was just cut too early. Disappointed, but I do love him. Let's talk about Kong. Kong is a great performer. He was one of my favorite contestants. You know how we keep talking about how Sung Han Bin has a lot of pre-debut videos? Kong has a lot of pre-debut videos too with dancing. And we should have hyped those up a bit further. I do like Kong a lot. He has one of my favorite voices in this show. He's very distinct. Out of a lot of the contestants, he has a very distinct voice, and I wish we could have gotten him more throughout the show because honestly, he was a great talent to have. I hope some company snatches him up because we need more Vietnamese idols. Let's talk about Dong Hong Hae, another Vietnamese trainee under the show. And all I can say is, I am really upset with how he decreased in popularity. Dong Hong Hae was one of the most popular trainees for G Group when the show was just starting. He ranked first for G Group in terms of views for the single song, and he just dropped exponentially and was eliminated. I'm actually very shocked about this and very disappointed. He was hyped up so much and then he just dropped. He was a phenomenal like performer. He had such an eye catch to him. He was so charming on stage and I wish I could have got to see more from him. And also, people were saying that he was going to be in Fantagio's new boy group, Lunate. And when the time came, when they revealed all the members, and he was not in it, the disappointment I felt, but also it made sense considering he had just been eliminated and they started teasing the group like what, a week after? Yeah. And y'all are evil because as soon as they announced all the members, a lot of you started to unfollow the Lunate official accounts. Y'all are so mean. But overall, I hope I get to see Dong Hong Hae again because he is a phenomenal performer and he's just truly awesome. Let's talk about Haruto. Haruto is a contestant that was very popular throughout this entire show internationally. He had the most memes, he had a lot of things going for him within the fandom, and it's so crazy he couldn't even make it to the finale. Throughout this entire show, every single mission, Haruto was putting his back into it. Literally, if you saw the Zoom performance, damn flip. That flip should have secured them on M Countdown, but it didn't. And that disappoints me. I truly did enjoy Haruto. He is most definitely ready to debut. He's one of those performers that just needs to be on a stage right now. I know Wake One is not going to debut him, so I'm gonna need some other company to whoop, snatch him up. But I truly hope to see him soon because Haruto is just Haruto is awesome. All right, up next we have So One. I like So One. He's a very talented trainee. Well, talented debuted idol. Let me say that. He's a great singer, amazing performer. He's been so versatile and so fun throughout this entire show. Um, I wish he wasn't eliminated, but he did gain massive amounts of popularity. So everybody go check out his boy group, give him some love, attention, because they do craft some great music. Because in a sea of boy groups trying to do a lot of masculine EDM, they're actually putting out some really fun stuff, and you should all check them out. But back to Sohan, I really do love what I saw from him. I love his interactions. He seems very reliable, amazing performer. My favorite performance from him has to be Love Killer. Not only does he prove to be cute, but he does prove to be quite the killer. Yeah, I really do like him. I am going to listen more to his boy group because I need him. Let's just put it. I'm just putting it out there. I need him. He's fantastic. Okay, next person. Quick speed run before we get to my final person. Let's talk about Takuto. Takuto is a great trainee. He just needs more time to train and he needs to be a bit older. That boy is only 15. No children in K pop, please. He can go far. He just needs more time. Ollie. Love Ollie. Ollie's still a bit young, but now he's a bit older. He's 17. Great performer. Very adorable. Love Ollie down. Then we have Anthony. Anthony, I love Anthony so much. I loved what I saw from him. It is such a shame that he couldn't make it so far in the show because he was very popular in the beginning. And then Mnet just cut that screen time. And then we have Sangwon. I love Sangwon. He needs to debut like now. I hope a company is going to snatch him up, preferably Red Star, because I need him. Please. Last but not least, Unky Boy. Cha Ungi. I love Woongi so much. He has been one of my favorite idols and one of my favorite contestants on this show. Bright, energetic, fun. He does this for the gays and the girls. He is just such a light to have around. And I tell you, after Woongi was eliminated, let's be fucking for real. It got boring. Not like in a bad way though. Like, the remaining 18 kept us entertained, but like let's be real of who the real slayers in the show were. It is such a shame that he was eliminated, but I will say I'm still glad he was able to make it that far and that we didn't lose him early because OMG, it would have been bad if we lost Woongi. I hope he debuts soon. Hopefully with Sungmin, because I do not want to separate those two. But I just want to see more of Woongi, and I hope we get that very soon. Woongi, thank you for lighting this season up. You are a star. Let's talk about the finale. Damn, that was such a finale. Really big stadium. Like I said in my previous video, this was a gigantic stadium. I've never seen the likes of this for any Mnet show. It really does show that Boys Planet is on that same level as Produce, which is really good in my opinion. I That makes me happy. Mm, Maybe just because I don't want Zero Base One to be unpopular because I don't fuck with Mnet. One thing that I really enjoyed about the finale was just watching the many different reactions take place from the people who were inside the audience, what they were filming. I enjoyed seeing how the eliminated trainees were behaving during the show. It was very funny. The reaction to the zero base one name and how people were laughing. The overall just like crowd energy. I truly do love that. And it's very much fun to be a part of a survival show while it airs. I can say that much. All right, let's discuss the finale songs. Let's start with Not Alone. Not Alone is a ballad, tearjerker meant to really emphasize the journey that was made on this show and also hope for the future. One thing I truly love, I love a good ballad, I love a tearjerker, and this song is like very sweet because they're not alone. They had each other. I think the important thing about Boys Planet is not only that it was their dreams they were following, it's the friendships they made. The friendships are very important. They're a beautiful thing. And it also emphasizes, like, their relationship with us, the star creators. We gave them immense support. We were right there with them, wishing them the best. And it was good for them to know, like, they're not alone. And I truly do love these songs. I don't know if it's the weird part in me. I like watching people cry when it's not me. And it was pretty nice to see that. It's pretty nice to see that the journey is now completed and they know that throughout the entire way, we were there with them. Truly love this song. Now let's talk about Hot Summer. I like Hot Summer. Maybe not too much of the kind of sound I like, but I do enjoy it. It's nice and sultry. It has great moments, especially Tere's line. Tere ate that line up. I think we all know the one I'm talking about. It kind of, how do I describe it? I'm not going to say it went viral, but it was one of the most popular parts of the song. Like if you look on TikTok and you look under the sound, Tere's part comes out the most, and it's very, very interesting to see. Tere ate that shit. And overall, I do like Hot Summer. They were eating it up. Fun song overall. Great work. Wait, I listened to Hot Summer again. Love it. Love it. It ate so good. Yes. Now let's talk about Jelly Pop. This has to be the best song given to any boy season of an Mnet show. This song is so good. We have ass slapping, we have ass shaking, we have like just so much overflowing charisma in this song. And another thing is that this song single handedly brought the people who don't listen to boy groups together. This song did that. I don't think you all noticed, but a lot of people on TikTok were talking about, oh, they don't get down with boy groups. But this song single handedly brought them to their knees. That's how good this song is. It is fun. It is amazing. Zhang Hao did amazing as the center. We got to see his abs. We got to see him squish his cheeks. He was fantastic. Jelly Pop is that bitch. It better be on that debut mini album, or I'm gonna fight Wake One. Who's with me? Now let's discuss the 18 that made it to the finale, and we'll start it off with the remaining 9. Coming in at 18th place, we have Yoon Jung Woo. I enjoyed what he gave us. He's a talented performer, amazing dancer, great stage presence. The backdoor performance literally made my jaw drop. He's amazing. 17's home performance, he's a great leader and he made some amazing choices. Fantastic all around. I love what he gave us. He was truly the dark horse of this show because he rose tremendously in the rankings, proving that he's a capable performer ready to debut. But also, let's talk about something I noticed in the finale. Right after Hot Summer ended and they were doing the screenings, they were showing each member on the screen. I want to know why the fuck did people think it was okay to laugh at him when his face came up? What about him is funny? I just had to get that off my chest. It really aggravated me when it happened, but overall, Yoon Jung-woo, you are a talent. Coming in at 17th place, not Camden. Camden is a very interesting contestant. He is an amazing talent. He can dance, and he is a great rapper, Degi Jung. And throughout this show, he's had a very interesting shift in popularity. One thing that I noticed is that early on, a lot of people did have support for Camden due to the weird G Group backdoor incident. But then something shifted once somebody said that Camden looks like a Poe. This has to be one of the greatest things to come out this show. This boosted up Camden's popularity, and people started to take note of the other things he does. Like, he tends to space out and he's a bit awkward. But overall, Camden is a sweetheart. And throughout this entire show, he's done everything he could to shine. Problem was just Mnet. But I'm glad us as fans, we took the time to appreciate him and observe everything he does, which aided in his popularity. So I'm really glad that we got Camden this far, and I hope to see him more in the future. Hopefully with Jay. At 16th place, we have Yo Seung-on. I love his voice. Damn, he's a great singer. Like, I enjoy what he was giving us. When he performed 17's Aju Nice, immediately he had my voice. Immediately. He can fucking sing. He's a great talent. And also, he had a really funny gag going. Not similar to Camden's, but like very funny. Because he performed 17 songs, he also didn't budge from rank 17, which was very funny. So he had a lot of support from Carrots. That was interesting. I will say, like, he's a great talent. I hope he can debut soon. I don't want to lose this voice. Like, damn, he can sing. Damn. At 15th place, we have Lee Jung Hyun. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I did not know who he was until like the second elimination episode. I didn't even know he was with the Wake Ones. Like, that's how much screen time he barely got. And then also, like, dang, I didn't see him. But overall, from what I saw, he is a phenomenal rapper. He can perform. He needs to debut, hopefully soon. Overall, he has a really nice presence from what we continue to see from him after the second elimination. And I like him. He's really nice. Hope to see him soon. At 14th place, Kum Junyeon. Wow. If somebody would have told me at the time of like the first few episodes that he would become the ultimate fam favorite, I wouldn't have believed you. Junyeon managed to become everybody's favorite. He is amazing. He can sing, he's extremely funny, solid dancer. Overall, he was acing this show. He has a great presence and I really do like him. He's amazing. A debut seems to be right around the corner. I am very much excited. I hope for this group that they do add some more contestants from the show. I'm just saying. They do add them and, hope we get them this summer. I am really looking forward to what he's going to bring with the rest of his group members. Ooh, he's so much fun. Now we have Lee Ho Tech at 13th place. Ageism is kicking y'all in the ass, ain't it? Y'all are honestly annoying. Obviously, I don't have much to say about Hui simply for the fact that he's been an idol since I was 14. And I already know what he's capable of. I know what he can do. He's produced some of my favorite songs. And shit, what else do you want me to say? I can tell you that ageism is kicking y'all in the ass, and y'all do not mean what y'all say a lot of the time. Like, y'all don't stick to your word. A lot of you are saying, like, how, oh, he should have just been a soloist. None of you would have supported his solo shit, though. Oh, he should just go back to his group. None of you have supported the group since Shine came out. A lot of people are just saying, like, how there should have been alternative ways for Huey to become popular. Meanwhile, none of you were going to pay attention. Huey came to this show for his, like, it was his choice. He came to the show voluntarily. So it's just like, for a lot of people to just say, like, oh, he shouldn't have come on this show, give people a chance. Does he not deserve a chance to have a prosperous career? Because I don't think y'all seem to get it. Pentagon is under Cube Entertainment. Cube did my girl CLC dirty. That's why Eugen is in Kepler right now. A lot of you just talk to talk and you don't mean what you say, and it's really annoying. Hui does not deserve this kind of treatment. And a lot of you are saying how, oh my God, I wish ZB1 would have a song like Energetic. Well, if you got Hui into the group, and then a lot of you are saying, oh, how you want him to produce it. Y'all didn't get him into the group, and now you want him to produce the song? Yeah, you are all some twisted people. You do not get to, like, ignore him and then request shit from him. It's weird. Do better, please. And then in terms of his age, y'all are just annoying. Hui just turned 30. Why are you all being so ageist, acting like he can't have a career? Like, that is so weird. And then a lot of you are saying it's going to look weird for a group that's going to have like 15-year-olds. I want to know who the fuck is voting for 15-year-olds. Because last time I checked, we've been having this conversation in K-pop this past year about young people in this industry and how we should maybe have an age limit. And here y'all go, talking about voting for 15-year-olds. This behavior is obnoxious. It's atrocious. Please get it together. I wish Hui the ultimate support because I want to see him again doing great things, and hopefully this show gave him some attention. Hopefully it gives Pentagon more attention because honestly, Pentagon should have done well a long time ago. At 12th place, we have Keita. What the fuck happened? Keita ranked 6 in the semifinale eliminations, and he dropped 6 places right out of the debuting group. Y'all, what the hell? When I tell you, I am shocked. This is insane. Keita, oh my gosh. I can't believe we lost you. Keita obviously is a phenomenal talent. He did not train since he was a damn kid for no fucking reason. Great rapper, great dancer, great leader, amazing friend. I'm sorry. A part of the reason why Keita didn't do well is K-Nets. Way to go, K-Nets. You fucking it up for everyone. Keita is apparently too short to debut. That would matter if we weren't creating, say, a music group. Last time I checked, this wasn't a basketball team. This is a music group. Keita, oh my gosh, Keita, you should have made it. You should have been in that final lineup. This is some crazy shit. At 11th place, we have Park Han Bin. Park Han Bin is fantastic. He was able to rank first for every single mission. It proves that he's ready to debut. Park Han-bin, I really do like him. He was a light to have in the show, not only from what we watched, but apparently behind the scenes too. A lot of the eliminated contestants were saying how Park Han-bin took care of them. It's like that's so sweet, and he's a great leader. He's a great friend, and I hope a debut is coming soon for him because he is something we cannot lose. A strong, diligent person, ready to make it. Like he's such a hard worker. Like he has like practiced until the sun came up. Like that is some dedication right there. And also it makes me really sad to hear that right after the finale that he spent his entire night until sunrise at what was it, the Han River? That makes me really, really sad. I hope he doesn't give up on himself because there's so much people out there that really support him. And also, currently, right now, there were some allegations against him involving colorism and overall racist behavior, but those have been debunked simply for the fact that, you know, people go hard for their faves and are good investigators. So, yeah. But Park Han Bin, please debut soon. I really enjoyed seeing you. Coming in at 10th, right out of the line to debut, Jay. Jay was going through it during the show. Honestly, K-Nets fucked up another good thing for us. They did not like how Jay looked, so they didn't vote for him. Hmm. I feel like the same thing happened to Kim Samuel in Produce Season 2. Wow. History repeats itself again. Honestly, Jay is a phenomenal talent. I am upset. I thought Love Me Right secured that debut, but unfortunately it did not. This really does come to show that no one is safe until the voting is officially over. I feel like if Mnet portrayed Jay a bit more with that Angel edit vibe, he would have had more votes. Also, the controversies that Jay was facing, maybe if those were not as prevalent because a lot of them are false, then maybe we could have got him in the final lineup. I feel bad. I feel really, really bad for Jay. He worked so hard. He's been working really hard. He's gone through so much. I just wish I could have seen him debut. But I know something good is coming for him in the future because Jay is extremely talented. Who is gonna let that golden voice go? All right, I need to call people out. I do not like how people were saying that during the one pick that people were not voting hard enough for their faves, and this is primarily for the people who were voting for Keita and Jay and were upset that they didn't make it into the lineup. I was so angry about this because what people fail to understand is that the ratio between South Korea and the rest of the world was quite large. South Korea had 50%, meanwhile, the rest of the world was just 50%. So it's like we were at an extreme disadvantage, especially since the Korean public did not favor Keita because of his height and did not favor Jay because of his looks. And honestly, those are very, very shitty ways to go about deciding a music group because Jay is not ugly. Jay is fucking fine. And he can sing. Should he have been in the final lineup? Absolutely. What else? Keita. Yes, he is short, but that man has power. He should have been in that final lineup. And I'm just seeing so many people say, "Oh, you didn't try hard enough." People tried. Like y'all don't seem to get it. If South Korea ain't with you, then it's over. I'm extremely just upset about the way the voting went. Honestly, I am somebody who hates visuals in general. I'm not going to say like the people who are chosen to be visuals. I just hate the whole thing about visuals, how you need to be pretty to be an idol. There's so many idols out there that face so much discrimination because of their looks, because of their complexion. I hate things surrounding visuals. Like, do the visuals matter if you're listening to the music in your headphones? I truly want to know. Honestly, honestly, this is some messed up shit. And this really does come to show that one picking and South Korean votes are important. But like with one picking, I think we have to discuss like it is very important. It really shows that you cannot fluctuate and it shows that you must focus on your own fave no matter what. My pick was Matthew and he made it. Had I known Matthew was going to make it, I probably would have voted for someone else. But at the end of the day, I'm still glad I did because with the way Matthew's rank was going, I was a little scared. Okay. And also, one picking is very important. It really shows how things can change. I mean, Keita was sixth place before the finale, and he dropped six more places down. That is completely crazy. And I hope that next time we have a survival show that we're all a part of, that we take note of these kind of things and how important they are. All right. What a wild time. I wish the best for the remaining nine. I think they can really deliver a new flavor to K-pop, and overall, they have great energy, and I hope to see them all soon. All right, so this video is running a bit too long, so I'm just gonna have to cut it off here and talk about Zero Base One in the next one. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this. Do come back for the final part. I'll catch you all in the next one. Do make sure you check out part one if you haven't already. You should. Also, you know, check out other videos on my channel that you may like. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Lights out.